What's up, Reilly?
What's up? How you doing?
Dude, good, man. It's good to see you again.
Howdy.
That was a good show out in Plano a couple weeks ago.
That was great, man.
That was a lot of fun. A little intimate crowd, but it was a fun club.
I had a lot of fun, dude. We were performing in was like a fever dream stage setup, but it worked.
I was having a conversation last night with Allison Voidovich, and I was telling her, I was like, great club, great crowd, staff was awesome. But the, what's it called? Yeah, the stage. There's like so much going on the stage.
Well, I missed that. I think it's great, by the way.
It's beautiful. It's just unique.
Yeah, it's just very like, I didn't know. I was like, I had to ask, I was like, what is the theme? They were like, Robin Hood meets Terminator. I don't know. It's like, but I missed the video.
They
what
played
was the video.
They played this, like, I don't even know if I told you about this, AJ. So they played over at Mic Drop. So they, like at Casadas, they do like the intro video where it's like, so at Casadas, the bigger club in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
They play this video where it's the owner and he's basically like in a fun New Mexican way, he's telling people to shut the fuck up, don't talk, keep off your phones. This is how you order food, blah blah blah. And he just goes away and the show starts. Well, they have like a voiceover like that where they're telling like the house rules. For sure. But then there's this like, it's not short. It's like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Where it's this like inspirational stand-up comedy video. And it's showing just the greats. Everyone from like, they have like old school like Lenny Bruce footage in there.
Oh, dude, that's the worst. And you just go up there and
yeah,
like,
so it's
hey.
like him, Richard Pryor, Carlin, Jim Jeffries was on there, Rogan was on there. Like if you like name a major stand-up comedian, and he or she was in this 2.5 minute video.
Yeah.
And then he goes, and get ready for your host. And then he fucked up my last name, and then he backtracked and said it again.
Damn.
Like, Noah Vargas, and it was like.
Yeah, they're
like, all right, now I have to go up there after you just saw the best stand-up comedy has to offer.
Yeah, right. Well, was it like encouraging people to do comedy? It was like, what do you mean inspirational?
Well, like it made comedy like look better.
Oh yeah,
like they made it all like highlighted and like it was like motivational. It's like motivational speaking as stand-up comedy. It was strange.
Like, remember those videos back in the day when the ball goes out of bounds? Touched it, coach.
Yeah.
And it's like integrity.
Yeah.
Comedy is badass.
Yeah, it was, and then I had to go up there afterwards and tell my fucking horrible, like my horrible sense, humor and all that stuff. But it was a fun show. I mean, you guys did really well.
Great show, great club. The owner's super fucking cool.
Yeah, Casey's the shit.
The staff were fucking amazing. Highly recommend Mic Drop Comedy, Plano, Texas.
Yeah, it's the shit. So because I know we talked about it a little bit when we were at the club, but you started doing stand-up in Pennsylvania? Or where was the first state? I forget.
So off, dude.
No, because
North Carolina.
North Carolina. I knew it was like in like that part of the country. But
Kuwait, right?
Fuck you, man.
No.
So you started out in North Carolina. How long were you doing stand-up there before you eventually went to New York for a little bit?
Honestly, just like a year. Honestly, a little less than a year. Because I went to New York while I was in college. Just we had like a study abroad program, but it was like you could like study in the U.S. like at another school. So I just did that, and it was funny. I was like doing classes, and I was also interning for this one. Like I waited so long. You had to have an internship in order to do the program.
Were you going for communications?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
And I waited so long to get an internship, and I finally just found the only one that would accept me this late. I was like already there, and I was still searching for an internship. And finally, like, it was like this old lady. I hope she's still around, still doing it. And I would go to her apartment. She lived in like Upper East Side. Like, she was like super wealthy, and She has a really nice apartment, and you would go there. I would go there, and she would like make me lunch every day. It was like crazy. It would just be like 4 of us in this little tiny living room that she converted into an office, and it was just like it was the most like divorced mom company. Like it was just like
because what was her actual like LLC? I'm assuming.
All right, it's called Stand Beside Them. It's a great cause. It's a nonprofit. I'm making fun of it. It's a nonprofit for veterans, but it was
Happy Memorial Day, by the way.
Happy Memorial Day. Shout out you guys.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by the amazing people over at Chop Chili. Guys, this is personally my favorite chili brand here in the state of New Mexico, and you can find them online at chopchilico.com. You can also find them all across the state of New Mexico at Sprouts, Albertsons, Smith's, and a bunch of other stores in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Las Cruces. I believe they're even down in El Paso now. They sell red and green chili, of course. My personal favorite is this blend of red and green, and they also sell online frozen bags of green chili. So again, go to chopchilico.com to get yourself some amazing chili today. Now back to the podcast.
But it was just like I'm going to take on this project even though I know nothing about business, like type of thing. And it was like I was like the marketing director, the business operations. Like I was like doing all these roles. As an intern, a college student where I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about this. Like also I don't know anything. And she's like, can you do a PowerPoint? I just like made a PowerPoint. Like that was like my project for the day. And she was like, this looks like shit. And I'm just like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. It was kind of crazy. And I remember at one point, like, she asked me to film this. She interviewed this, like, veteran who's a part of the program. She asked me to film it. And then it was like a 30-minute interview. And at the end, I was like, dude, I forgot to record. And she was like, God damn it, Reilly. Like, I was like such a shitty, I was so bad at it. Because, like, I didn't want to, I was just there to do stand-up. So I was like, didn't give a fuck.
This dude's pouring out his life story about how he lost his friends and, like, the valor.
I was like, can you just say that again one more time? He's, like, crying. He's like, I lost my brothers. Hey, 1 second. That was great. But we're just gonna do that again. He's like, can't do that again. I was like being honest. He's like, I'm not acting. Like I can't just. All right, take 2. I'm gonna cry a little bit more this time.
Oh my god.
It was a really funny experience, and like sometimes she would like send me to the library to do work, like because it's like she didn't know how to run a business or anything like either. So it was like. She was like, okay, I want you to go to the library and like research how to like run a nonprofit.
Well, I was gonna say the fact she sent you to the library and like, hey, get on the computer.
Yeah. She was like, go research how to like do this. I was like,
go talk to Dewey Decimal and figure out how to fucking.
Well, it was like, and the library was like on Wall Street too, so it was like this like fancy ass library on Wall Street. So I was like surrounded by these people actually doing stuff. I'm just there. I'm just like, yeah, I'm interning for Stand Beside Him. You guys heard about it? It's a big company. I'm like, I just go to the library and just like, I'm like, just kind of like fuck off, because I was just like, nobody knew what they were doing. It was like a hilarious situation.
How long were you interning in there for?
Like the entire time I was there, so like 4 months.
Okay, so it wasn't like super
No. But like at some like she had this dog. She had this old dog that would just run into everything. She would like run into every wall. Like once in a while you'd be doing it and the dog comes in, he's like and it would just like start like banging his head on the wall, and she would just start yelling at the dog. And the dog would like piss and shit itself. It was just like. And then she would make me lunch, and But like sometimes she was like mad. She was like in a bad mood.
Like spit in your
so
ham
I
and
would
cheese sandwich.
no, not at me. Just like in general, like at something. She's like fucking like they forgot the turkey or like, you know, like when you're a rich old woman, there's like so many things to be mad at. Like you're just like always mad at something. You're just like that fucking like door guy or whatever, you know. And so she'd be like angrily making me lunch. I'm just sitting at the table being like trying to like lighten the mood. It was just like she was like, I was like, you know, you don't have to make. She's like, I'm making you lunch. I was like, okay, cool. It was crazy. It was a hell of an experience. But
so you're there for 4 months.
Yeah.
Do you go back to North Carolina after that, or do you end up just saying fuck it? I'm into this. I'm into doing stand up comedy.
No. I had to go back to finish school.
Okay, that makes
I
sense.
still had
That's what I
one more
figured.
semester, so I just came back and just kind of, and then like I came back. We have this thing at school called J term, and it was like January. You take one class. It was actually pretty sick. Where you get a full credit. You get a full like 4 credits for the one class, but the class only lasts a month. So it's great. You just nail one of those. And then like after that, sorry, what?
No, I was gonna say like that makes more sense.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
honestly never even thought of that. Like that makes more. If you're in school from, even if you round out May, if you're from school from January to May,
Yeah.
you're taking 4 classes anyway. Why don't you just focus on one of them for a month,
Yeah.
rather than being bombarded?
Yeah.
Taking 4 and 5 at a time and just losing your mind.
I don't know, bro. Yeah, it seems like it's like the way to do it. I mean, granted you do miss a lot of information because it's just like rapid fire.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
but we did that, and then the pandemic hit.
Oh shit.
So right when I was like finishing up, and so like for the last like 4 months of my school, it was actually sick as fuck because like all the courses were online. And it was just like me and my roommates just smoking weed all day, chill. Like nobody was out. Like things were shut down. We were just kind of just like chilling.
Yeah.
Like for like the last semester, it was like actually really fun. And then chilled at my mom's for the pandemic, and then hit the road to Austin.
So what got you into stand up in the first place? Have you always been like a fan of comedy, or like, did you watch stand up growing up?
Basically, I was just sitting at a coffee shop. Chris Rock comes up to me.
Shut the
And he's like, dude, you got to do stand up.
He's known to do that.
I was like,
so that makes sense.
I was just sitting there. I was like, I took off my headphones. I was like, excuse me? He's like, dude, I just saw you. You've got it, man. And I was like, fine, I guess. That'd be funny if Chris Rock told me to do stand up and he's like, all right, go hit some mics. And that just doesn't help me. But
go bang your head against the wall in a bunch of bars where nobody gives a fuck for the next 3 years.
I mean, I've always been interested. Like, I've always like, I didn't realize until like after I started stand up, I've been writing stand up jokes since I was in like a junior in high school. Like, just like for someday. Like, I wasn't like I didn't even consider that as like a career or anything until I actually did it for the first time. But I've always been writing jokes and doing comedy. Like I've always been like interested in comedy. I used to make skits and stuff. But I never thought about it until I one of my friends was just like, you should do an open mic. I saw that there's an open mic because she knew I was interested in that, and I was like, fuck it, yeah, I'll do it.
Because you've been doing it for 6 years now?
Yeah,
right?
6 years, I think. Yeah.
So was there, 6 years ago, so that's right before the pandemic, so like 2019, did North Carolina at the time like have a bigger scene where like there were a lot of mics to go to? Was it like just one mic a night? Because that's kind of where Albuquerque, that is where Albuquerque's at right now, where it's just there's one mic a night if you're lucky.
Right. Actually, it wasn't even that. It was college. There was this college mic run by the theater kids.
Oh fuck!
It was actually a great mic,
No
dude,
shit.
because theater kids are really supportive, and so like you'd be killing like your first mic. You'd be like murdering. It would be like crazy. Have the shittiest jokes. So yeah, I did that, and That was like once a month, I think. And then that turned into like almost like a showcase at one point. It's kind of cringy to look back on because like I was just so bad at it.
Yeah.
And
do you have any of your old tapes from? Did you film yourself back then? Did you do anything like that?
Yeah, I have some, but I refuse to watch it. I can't. You ever see like an old video of yourself and you're like,
Yeah,
I can't watch this.
Well, it's funny because I didn't film because I didn't even think about it when I did my first open mic to film anything like that. But when I did my first show, which was a free bar show, and it was actually a really good setup because the brewery, they have like a separate venue area. So they would see everybody there for their stand-up shows and all that kind of stuff. And I brought my camera to film it, and I totally forgot to press record.
Right.
And then my chick noticed about 2 minutes into my set, and she's like, fucking hit it. So I've got the back half of my first set. And I watched that, and I'm like, that's rough.
Yeah. Or how long have you been doing it?
Coming up on 2 years.
So that's not even that long ago.
Yeah.
So imagine 6 years. You're I'm totally different now.
Right.
And so, and it's like new comedians have almost this confidence to them, where it's it's like this blind confidence where it's like you haven't experienced failing a bunch of times yet, or even succeeding. Because when you first start comedy, you can kind of only go up.
Oh, I disagree. I'm seeing a lot of people that are brand new that are just nosediving from the jump.
Right. I hear that, but it's like you start at the bottom.
But I see what you're saying.
So it's like you have nothing to lose.
I was gonna say because you have nothing to lose, and
you haven't tasted that real killing yet.
Right.
So you have. And you just think everything you write is funny. You're just you don't know how to write jokes yet. You're just this is hilarious. This is just a random thought I have. I'm just going to tell this. It's new comedians have that where it's just a weird confidence to them. And you're not aware of crowd reactions yet. You're just saying your jokes.
I'm just now starting to figure out how to not adjust my set, but how to maneuver properly.
Yeah.
As the crowd is reacting, both positively and negatively.
Right.
I'm just now barely starting to figure out what that looks like and how to receive it and then act accordingly. Yeah,
so it's there was some points in that set the set in my mind that I'm thinking of where it's just the crowd is it's just, and I wasn't aware of that at the time because I didn't even have that skill set in my head. So it's just so cringy, but yeah, I mean, I just did mics at the college for a while, and actually one of the sets was a competition to Ron Funches. You know Ron Funches?
I know the name.
Yeah. He was coming to the college to do one of those student events. And he performed there, and it was a competition to see who could open for him. And during the competition, I think I got second, but during the competition, I was told a 9/11 joke, which I never would have done now, or maybe I would have, but it was just bad. It was just not good, and I'm almost glad I didn't win because the winner opens for Ron Funches, and the crowd was just it was 500 people at least, it was just the whole school, and I was just probably bomb in front of the whole school. It's just
you gotta go to class the next day.
You're hey guys, probably heard the news. That might have just talked me out of comedy if I just bombed in front of the whole school. Probably not, but.
When you mentioned earlier that you were writing jokes, writing out sketches, that kind of thing. What were you watching at the time? What type of comedy were you paying attention to at the time?
When I first started?
Yeah, cause I just asked because and I've been trying to figure this out myself. So a lot of other comics have been doing this for a long time. They tell me a lot when you're in the beginning stages, whether you know it or not, you tend to not copy, but you tend to take
Right.
Like you emulate people that you're paying attention to.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to be like figure out like, okay, well, when I'm like watching my tape, now I'm also looking for like who do I unknowingly take from? You know what I mean?
Who's it for you?
I have no idea. That's the thing. Because like growing up, like I was really into well, the first comedian I really got into was Jeff Dunham. And that's just because like my mom, like she was super helicopter mom, super like like I needed like if I wanted to listen to music, it was I had music on my little iPod. It's like I need to read every lyric of every song that's on the fucking phone and all this stuff. And so like my friends in middle school, they would show me like Jeff Dunham like YouTube clips, and I convinced her to let me have a fucking Jeff Dunham DVD. And I was like, he's got puppets. He's not bad. And like I knew what the fuck he was talking about, obviously. But like obviously I'm not imitating him.
He's not bad because he has puppets?
Right, that's what I told her. Yeah, and she let me have his DVD. It's some of the most fucking
like
shit.
dirty.
Yeah, dirty. Yeah,
yeah.
And then also, you know, I would listen to like Anthony Jeselnik, and then I really like into high school got really into like Bill Burr, and then I was like growing up on Dave Chappelle a lot, and I mean, I really like Bill. Even to this day, I really like Bill Burr because like I'm a naturally like loud person, and growing up, I'd always get told to shut the fuck up because I'm so loud. And I would,
really?
Yeah,
wow.
oh yeah. And then like, and I would get like if someone got me, even today, if somebody gets me started on something, I'm better about it now, but I have to like consciously like be quiet. So I'll just start fucking yelling. That's like maybe 5-6 years ago.
Why do you think that is?
I have no idea. I got to be honest with you. It's like a natural like thing. I just like if I just get on a rant, I just
have one volume.
Yeah. It's just like maxing out.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, and I'm a lot more calmer now, but like I would love to be able to have the skill of Bill Burr where he just goes on this angry rant where he's yelling, but it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a time and a place. You can yell on stage, but like if you're in like a library, you know, that's a little bit different. I don't think Bill Burr would be, this guy's killing.
Well, right. And then, but the other thing too is like, I've tried jokes where I'm yelling on stage and I don't know if it's, well, a lot of it's because my, like my newness.
You almost have
comedy.
like a coach voice or like you have like that like inflection in your voice where you're just like you're naturally projecting,
right?
Which isn't like necessarily a bad thing,
but it can be on stage because you don't want to be like domineering. Almost, I don't know. There's so many fucking different ways to do it.
Well, I mean, just hold the microphone a little bit away, and then they won't notice.
But it's how do I put it? Like I've just tried jokes where I'm yelling and it just like it doesn't connect with the crowd the way I want it to, and it doesn't like
yelling like that kind of yelling.
Not like screaming, like where I do like raise my voice a lot.
Have you been to the dentist recently? What's the deal with airplane food? They're like, God, this guy's tone doesn't match his style.
Yeah. But I don't know. But those are the kind of people that I was watching when I was growing up, and then I watch a lot more comedy now. But those are some of the few that I was watching. Like, who were you?
I was watching a lot of Norm, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I was like big Norm head, and I would definitely take on that inflection in my voice. And I thought it was like when I was like new, I thought it was a good thing. I'm just like, dude, I'm just like Norm,
right?
But I'm just straight up ripping off like his style, and I would get that a lot. Like, I remember one time I performed at this club. I had a really good set. But the host, I don't think he's like super like does comedy a lot, and he was just like, dude, that guy's the next Norm Macdonald. And I was like, that's a fucking huge compliment. But it was literally just because I sounded like Norm.
Right.
You know.
You don't think it was because of the quality of the actual material? It was just because you had.
Well, I mean, I had a great set.
Okay.
But like the only reason he said that is because I just sounded like Norm.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like I was just doing the hey, yeah, like. You guys ever? Sorry about that. Like I was just literally just ripping off Norm, and then eventually I just started speaking like myself a little bit more. And now it's kind of like, now I feel like sometimes I sound like Joe List. Sometimes I watch a lot of Joe List. Not completely, but like sometimes I do like sort of switch into that, which I definitely try not to. But but like that's not like a bad thing either. It's like you have to emulate until you find your own style.
I was gonna say like because I feel like a lot of getting really good at stand up is understanding your own.
They say it takes a while to find your voice.
And I was gonna say that like it all goes into finding your voice, but the quicker you do that, and the quicker you figure out like I didn't get told this advice personally, but a few comics. There's this comic up in Denver. His name's Sammy Anzer, and he's friends with a lot of like the people that I know in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And I guess a really big piece of advice that they all took was like, why are you writing the joke? Like, obviously you think it's funny, but like what led you to do that? And do you think this is like a real, like, should this be in your set kind of thing? And understand like why you're writing something, what makes it funny to you, what is interesting about it to you, other than just like, oh, I think this will make a crowd laugh. How can I make it funny?
Yeah.
And because that's quickly where I started to get away from with my writing, because I was doing that a year ago for sure. Just trying to find a subject or a common part of life. It's like, oh, people probably laugh about this. What's funny?
Yeah.
And now I'm just really trying to focus on like, okay, what do I think is funny? What do I think is interesting? Because otherwise you don't really like sound, I hate to say like authentic, but you don't sound like you're like, you don't like, if you can't sell to the audience that you give a shit about what you're talking about, they're not going to give a shit.
Well, it's also, they can see right through it. Like if that's not actually who you are, you like eventually you're going to crash. Like it's only going to take you so far, you know.
No, I completely agree.
It's not like long term at all. Like you can't make a career by sounding like someone else, because eventually they will call you out on it.
Yeah.
Because people can tell. People who are fans of comedy can tell.
Yeah. So how far into doing stand-up did you make the conscious decision, like, this is going to be something that I'm going to do for the rest of my life? Like, was it from the jump, or was it like as you started gaining traction, doing it more, becoming more?
Yeah. No, it was literally first open mic. I was like, I'm devoting my life to this. Like, it wasn't even like, I didn't even think twice about it. Like, it's like, it's kind of crazy, honestly. Like at first it was kind of like almost just blind confidence, like I was saying, but like, it really was just that snap decision of just like, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. Like,
I don't think that's crazy. I mean, personally, obviously I'm very biased.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think that's crazy at all. Strictly because like, if you like, people very rarely, I don't know, and I see it in some people that I know, some friends that I have, and just like they kind of just like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but they kind of just float through life. It's like, I'm gonna go do this thing, or I'm gonna try this, and it's never really like sink your teeth into something. If you enjoy the thing, whether it's you go into a field and you do have a 9-to-5 job or a crazy job that takes all your time, or you go to an office, or you go to in a certain environment or whatever it is, and you go do that, whether it is like professional, like in an office setting, or like in the military, or like in a service profession, whatever it is, or you go into like a more arts-based profession, like movie making, stand-up comedy, music, whatever. I just know like a lot of people just try to figure out what it is, and they can never really sink their teeth into it. Mm-hmm. So to be able to I think it's a really good like version of clarity.
Yeah.
Where you can get into something, or you try something out, and you're like, oh yeah, this is it. I'll figure it out as it comes, obviously, but like this is.
I know, it's so
clearly
so
what it is.
So grateful for that. You know, I think most people don't have that. And
I'm gonna check cameras really quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. So it's just like super cool, you know, that I have something like that where, and at first it was just like, I don't know. I didn't even think about it. Like, it was just like I think that's like the true route to like being successful at anything, is just not even thinking about it, just doing it. Like, that's been like most of my, like, just doing mics every single day when I don't want to. It's just like, I'm not even thinking about the end result. I'm just doing it because I'm just doing it. It's like, I don't know. Like, I can't even explain it that well. But I think that's like the true route to success, is just like doing it every single day, no matter what. Like,
well, it's a part of discipline.
And now I've just ended up here. Like, I haven't, like, and it's not even like I had to stay disciplined about it. It's just, I just did it.
That's what you just described, though.
Yeah.
Like one of the.
Like, it's not like I was, I mean, definitely there's been a lot of days where I'm just like, all right, you better go do this right now. But most of the time it's just like, It's literally just like as simple as breathing. It's just like I'm just doing this, and then eventually I ended up in like a cool place, and I'm still going, just by doing it, like just doing it every single day, just showing up and doing it.
I haven't figured out, and maybe there isn't a way to say this without sounding like an asshole, or sounding like
just try
condescending, I guess.
Try,
but like. As you're doing
dude,
that,
I'm not gonna judge you.
No. I just don't know how to like.
Just try. Just say it.
Yeah. So, because you are describing discipline, and you're describing that you're doing it no matter what. And as you in anything, whether it's stand up, whatever profession you get into, the more you do it, and you're doing it with obviously with the right intentions, and you're actually trying at it, not just kind of like going through the motions, but you're actually trying and getting better at it. As you start to do that, you're putting yourself ahead of other people that say they're trying it, or you're putting yourself ahead of other people that are doing it, but maybe not as consistently or not as committed to it as you are. And you do end up in a successful place, whether amazing opportunities come to you in the beginning, in the middle, and regardless of how many years, when the opportunities come and you have it, like you have the work to show that like, hey, I can meet this opportunity. I know I can do this. That comes from doing everything that you're doing, and that's what weeds out a ton of people from being successful. And I'm not saying this from a place of success. Like I've had a lot of opportunities that I certainly like. Someone who's barely 2 years into comedy probably shouldn't have gotten. Like, and I'm self-aware enough to know that.
Sure.
But I also know that because of the work that I've put in, I've been able to, like, I've had plenty of bombs, and I know that a lot of bombs are coming. And like you were saying a little bit earlier, like I haven't experienced like extreme failure. Like I've had that kind of in the back of my head, like the big bomb's coming.
Yeah.
Like I know that. I know and there's going to be a few of them. But when it's really counted and it's really matter, like, okay, you have this opportunity, probably don't deserve it, but you need to fucking show up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You need to perform. Thankfully, all of those have gone well. Like, thank God. But my point in saying all of this is that's what weeds people out from being successful. I really believe that's an element of it. Is the person that just keeps showing up. It's like what's the fucking saying where it's hard work beats talent. So you can have all the talent in the world at this thing, but if you don't work at it and you're not consistently showing up,
right?
The guy or gal who's working their ass off,
they're
gonna outrun you,
right? And I just want to say, first of all, you sound like a complete asshole. No, I'm just kidding. You sound so condescending. No, I'm just joking.
This was a nice podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
No, just kidding. No, you're right, dude. You're right. And I think that's a lot of people like get into comedy, and especially here in Austin, where it's like everything is like the big show here and everything. It's like they get into comedy and they think it's gonna be such a quick thing.
It's like a delusion of grandeur.
They think, oh, I'll just be a comedian, like, and I'll just be famous like instantly and make a bunch of money instantly. But like, you gotta really love it. You gotta really, because it's like, even when you do make it, like, you still have to do it every day. You know, it's like
it's your job.
You can't just only reap the benefits of it. Like, you have to love doing it. And you got to do it for a long fucking time before, if anything, happens. And I see a lot of new comedians get into it, and they just have that like, oh, I'm gonna make it attitude. And then I see a lot of them just get beat down over a few years, and they're like, I can't take this. I'm not, like, this is a shitty life.
So define.
I need a job. I need a healthy, because it's not a healthy life.
Yeah.
It's just doing comedy every night, like going, like waking up late during the day. You're not really fitting in with like normal working people. Like, you're going up, you're bombing. It's not great on your mental health.
So when you say this, right, when you hear people saying, like, I can't take this, define this a little bit more. I knew you were started there a little bit, but define that more. Like,
just the life of doing comedy, you know? It's like I was just saying, it's just like, when you're first starting out, it doesn't feel good. Like, it like you get beat the fuck out. And like, a lot of people say, like, most people are like, my biggest fear is public speaking.
Yeah.
Most people wouldn't even attempt doing this. And those of us that do attempt still have that like beat down of bombing and like everything I was just saying. Like it's just like it feels really shitty and it puts you in a hole of just like I don't know if I'm ever going to get out of this. Like that's what a lot of comedians feel. They're just chasing that success, chasing that limelight. But most comics will never make it. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
You know? And so it's what like especially, you know, if you devote a lot of time with that, you're 10 years into comedy and nothing's happened, it's going to feel really fucking shitty, you know? It doesn't feel good. And so like people just see the comedians on TV, they're like, that looks fun. But like there's a whole backdrop of just like the life of a comic, which is, and have you ever watched a documentary? I think it's just called like, I forget what it's called, but it's like.
Are you talking about The Comedian? Or
The Comedian, yeah, I think so.
It's the Jerry Seinfeld, and I haven't watched
No, not the Jerry Seinfeld one. It interviews like road comics.
Okay.
It was like Nikki Glaser was in it, and like all like Sarah, like all these famous people who have like made it now. I mean, now they're doing fine, but I think it was at a time where they were just working comedians. They were still headlining, but they were working comedians, and they were talking about like how depressing being a comic is. You go to a club and the butt fuck nowhere. You don't know anybody in the city. Like you're just like there's nothing to do. Like there's nothing to do but drink and just like chill in your shitty hotel room. And they're all just like, this life kind of sucks. And it's like you don't have time to have a family. Like you are constantly concerned about getting your next paycheck. Like there's no security. There's no insurance. There's no 401ks. Like it's a gig economy. It's like it's just gig work, and like you're just trying to get the next gig. A lot of it is that until eventually you're in a place of comfortability. Now comedy is like really popular, and with the internet and podcasts and everything, I think it's a little bit more easier now.
That's one of the things I was going to ask is so there's a new wave of stand-up, not just like, yes, there are a lot of comedians or people trying to be comedians, all of that, but there's also a whole new audience for stand-up because of social media, because of podcasts.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, comedy's bigger than it's ever been, probably.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, last year, I think like February of last year, it's a little over a year ago, there was this thing that came out that said like stand-up ticket sales have gone up 308% in, I think, 2 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And which is great, obviously, and we're right smack dab in that wave, and we don't really know what's going to look like until it, because eventually that bubble's going to pop, and it is what it is. But with everything that you just described of the negatives of what you're choosing to do, right? Because I mean, you're a fucking regular at the Mothership. Your whole life is stand up. Knowing all of that, aside from the love of stand up, or maybe it is really just the love of doing it, you see the odds are stacked against you. And obviously you have a huge breath of wind behind you, being at one of the most, if not the most sought after club in the world. But what makes you continue to do it? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I don't want to sound generic, but like like you just listed all these horrible things about the stand-up comedy life, and yet
really
you're like,
selling it.
But you're doing a fucking 2 shows tonight or some shit. One of them at the Mothership, and you got another one.
I think just one, but
just at the Mothership. Okay, but still, you're doing a show at one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Yeah,
you're still gonna choose to continue this life, and eventually, I would imagine that obviously you're getting amazing experiences right now. You're making amazing both professional and personal relationships at that club. But eventually, Reilly Gilmore, the club comic, will become Reilly Gilmore, the road comic, the headlining comic. And you know what lies ahead of you if this works out properly. Because everything that you just described is what's happening for comedians that have made it.
Yeah.
So what really drives you to keep doing this?
It's just that sliver of hope. It's just that like sliver of like maybe it will work out. Yeah. You know, it's a gambling mindset. It's like no matter how many times you fail, you're still like, I might hit it big. It's like at some point it is delusional, but at some point it's not too, because I do have credibility and I do have like external like validation from people that sort of keeps me going that way too, you know.
You have a proof of product.
I have little steps along the way that sort of make me feel better about my choice, you know. I genuinely do have faith that if I commit myself enough, like it will happen. And also I'm very lucky and I'm privileged in the way that like if it doesn't work out, I will be fine because I have parents that help me. Like not to say that like, well, dude, for real, like it's important to like recognize your own privilege.
Yeah, no, yeah,
you know,
no, it's just funny, yeah.
It's like I could always just fucking move in with my mom, you know. And like some people don't have that opportunity. Like some people, a lot of people.
That's a fact.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, and
I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I just think it's funny the way you said it. Because I thought you were saying something like, man, at least I did this. Like, I can always just move back in.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm rich at the end of the day, so who gives a fuck? No, I'm not even that rich. I just like my parents like will support me no matter what, and like as long as they're both still living. And
your parents live together?
No.
Do you have like, if you mind me
So asking, I got two houses. I got two options. So even better.
Do you still have a good relationship with both your parents?
Yeah.
How did they feel when you first started doing stand-up?
They're just so nice and supportive that like anything I want to do, they'll support. That's so awesome. I'm very grateful of that. There was like some tension at the beginning where it was just like, okay, you need to get a job though, because like I graduated college. And they were like, okay, I thought you were going to get a job. Because they, you know, they come from a world where, especially my mom was like Gen X, where it's like very pushed on. Go to college, get a job, work until you're 60 and then retire. Right. Like that was like the only possibility. That was like the thing to do. And so like I think it was just like, we live in a different age where 13-year-olds are making millions of dollars a year.
I don't know. Obviously in 40 to 50 years from now, when people look back on this era, like really this is the 2020s, I don't know what they're gonna call it. I don't know how they're gonna dissect it or analyze it or whatever. But because I see the negatives, obviously, in just doing. It's like we were talking earlier about the weed stuff. Where it's like you are only going off of this information because it's what you got told, you ran with it, and you didn't even do a minimal amount of cross-analyzation. Like, there is that. I totally see that. Yeah. And then on the other hand, it's like, and this is what I tell people all the time, it's like, I have a 9-to-5. I enjoy my job. I'm very thankful to have my job. But that's the thing that funds me doing all of this until this becomes the main thing. But even then, obviously, I don't know what this being the main thing is going to look like. I have an idea, but I don't know. You
mean like in terms of like economy and jobs?
Yeah. You know, like me having a 9-to-5 job.
It'd be funny if we just go back to like factory work after this. Like a bunch of TikTokers now just have to like work 12-hour days in like factories.
But you see what I'm saying?
Like, this is bullshit.
I used to be a star.
Where can I dance?
But like this is all funded by me going to my job 40 hours a week, making a paycheck, paying my rent and all that shit. And I don't know what that transition is going to look like.
Yeah, I mean, I think
but it's like I understand the security of it. You know what I mean? Like I understand the like, you know, especially from a parent to a child being like, "Hey, where's the money coming from?"
Well, yeah, it's honestly hilarious. Like, but a lot of it the economy right now is a lot of just people giving money to other people. Like, and it hasn't really been like that before. It's used to just be like all the money is coming from this company that like pays you a salary. And a lot of like, and now like creators are getting money. Sure, they're getting money from companies, and companies are making more money than ever. But a lot of the money is like dispersed between people, like in the working class, like creators. Like you tip you tip Twitch streamers.
I know, I see what you're saying.
Like you send money to your favorite creator. Like fucking, I mean, OnlyFans is like holy shit. Like the amount of money people are making from that.
Yeah.
And it's like so a lot of people are spending their money on other people.
What do you think that is?
What do you mean?
Like why are we so? Because I have my theories on it, but why are people so inclined to do that? Why is that such a? Like,
I don't know.
Why is there so much money going in that direction? Like, why do you think people do that?
I think we're in a time where people like niches and like everything is like a niche. And so people aren't supporting like the mainstream as much. Like they definitely are, but they're still at the same time like supporting independent people, like independent like people now, like independent companies. They like supporting that right now.
Yeah.
Like that's a trend right now. And I don't know the reason, but
Well, I think because my thought on it is because I mean this hat that I'm wearing is my buddy's company from Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Frankie on the day, he's the shit.
Frankie.
Yeah, makes amazing clothing. But I think not the whole of it, but I think a big part of it is people enjoy watching. Generally speaking, people enjoy watching other people succeed. For every selfish instinct that we have, for every hoarding instinct that we have, take care of me and my own or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, there is definitely in that in the human body. And when I think but like the practice of supporting independent companies, supporting independent creators in this like monetary fashion, I think this really is a product of a highly privileged society and a society that can like help each other out. You know what I mean? And when shit hits the fan, everyone goes for themselves. And then in the wake of that is when like the colonies and the helping whatever, like I'll help your group if you help my group kind of thing comes back. But I think there is like one of the positive human attributes is I see this person, they clearly love their thing. Whether it's the Twitch streaming, whether it's the podcasting, stand-up comedy, making art, making pottery, like whatever it is that they do, I'm gonna support this person.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
I think that is a human attribute, and that's why like people, obviously, a lot more people will go to like a comedy club to go see shows, but that's why people show out to local shows.
Yeah,
is there even if it is just a bit of a morbid curiosity? It's also like I'll go support these local guys. I'll see what they got.
Right, and like there is like sort of that just like everyday man of just like suddenly this kid on TikTok could be famous. It's like it's kind of like. It's cool to see, and like I think you're right. Like people like seeing that of just like, let's make this person famous. Like it's a two-way street. It's like that person's getting famous, yeah, but it's also like it's kind of like empowering that you have the power as a consumer. You are in control of like, hey guys, let's support this guy. And honestly, and some of it is like a meme. Like so, like that fucking Indian kid who sings songs. He's terrible, but like people are just like, dude, wouldn't it be hilarious if we just like make this guy famous? Like it's like funny, and it's like it's entertainment at this point. It's just like, and it's also just like real power, like real authentic power that you haven't really seen before. Like the working everyday man before had zero power. It was all like the companies, like it was all the government controlled you and you didn't have a say in shit. People have a say now and they're using it. Like they're just like playing around with it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think a big part, like a big conduit for that, and the reason why that is the internet and it is social media, because now people can connect, for better or worse, but people connect it in their thought groups a lot quicker than they did 15 years ago, right? So that's why, like on a big scale, everyone thought the new Snow White movie sucked ass. And they were sick of it. And it's like, the actress
it's
is
a
terrible.
Team effort.
Movie sucks, whatever. And now Disney, one of the biggest corporations in the world, is like, hey, guess what? After this Lilo and Stitch, we'll stop the live action remakes.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
done.
Sorry,
Sorry
guys.
about that. Yeah, we're done. But then,
Yeah, you better be sorry.
but then like on the other side of that, then you have stuff like stand-up sales going through the roof. And I haven't seen all of it. I'm not saying it's bad or good, but then that's why you see something like Tom Segura's Bad Thoughts coming out on Netflix. Talk about niche. I've watched the first 2 episodes of that. That is it's funny, but that's like the definition of niche.
Really,
like,
it's weird.
It's so strange. Like it's a mixture. It's like if you ever watched that movie 43.
Oh yeah.
It's like if that had a bigger budget.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, and it's like no one 8 years ago, 5 years ago would fund that. But now there's this appetite for comedy that's like, Netflix will throw some money at them. I know they produce some of it themselves too. They put their money into it.
Yeah, people like weird shit now.
Right. Well,
people love
it's
weird
good though, because
shit.
then you have unique things coming out because people are getting sick of these, and that's why
Yeah.
Marvel's
No, it's
dying.
great.
You know what I mean? Like, because they are sick of the cookie cutter,
Yeah.
same thing every time.
Yeah.
You're just changing out the characters and changing out but it's the same it's the same canvas, just different paint. Like, just do something
now, like
different.
if you're weird and autistic, like you're the hero.
Ticket.
Like that's the new Captain America. Is just like some autistic kid. Like people are just like, this guy's badass. Like this guy's the man. Like you see it with like Kill Tony and shit. It's just like whoever's the weirdest guy wins. Like that's how that, and it's great because my whole life I've been told I'm fucking weird. So like that's a great place that we're in right now. I mean, there's a lot of fucking gold here. And you can make a fuck ton of money. I mean, it's so crazy. You can just make TikToks and just make a bunch of money just randomly.
Yeah.
Remember the fucking the Boom guys? Boom! Like
the Costco family.
those guys suck, but they're so weird that it's just like you can't look away. Like
that's a perfect example of people supporting me. It's like, would it be funny if this? Now, granted, people also believe that they're like a Mossad plant, which fair enough, maybe. But people are just like, hey, let's just make these people famous. Let's just fucking throw money that way.
Yeah.
So what I'm curious about too, with your own
like a brain rot culture we're in.
Dude, I've been having to make and I've been on my phone because I've just been so busy the last 24 hours. I've been on the road all day yesterday and then doing shows, but I've been on my phone less in the last 24-ish hours than I have been in a while, and it's felt fucking good. And I've been trying to make a conscious effort to not doom scroll when I get bored, or to not doom scroll when I should be going to bed, or I should be getting out of bed. You know what I mean? Or just in my bullshit days at work. And I think honestly that ties into a lot of why some people aren't successful. I think procrastination kills people. Truly. I've been doom scrolling with my mind, shouldn't you be fucking writing right now?
Oh yeah,
shouldn't you be fucking editing?
It's consuming versus producing.
Yeah,
that's the world we live in right now.
Thank you. That's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah. Do you want to consume or do you want to produce? Those are the two options we have right now.
I think in everything, pretty much every facet of life, those are the only two choices you're making. If you really boil it down, you kind of, obviously with more intimate parts of life, and you can't have, it's very hard to have a family, stuff like that, but when you're doing stand-up, but if you want to be, you have to be black and white, borderline inhumane.
You have to be black. No.
You're not going to make it, bro. Sorry.
Fuck.
Unless you're one of those albino
South
Africans.
I'll just say I'm albino black guy. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, you have to be fucking black and white and borderline inhumane about it, but you are only consuming or producing. Right. And so what I'm curious about too is when the time came when you were all right, Austin, Texas is the move. Was it because of the big boom in Austin? Was it like what was the decision making process in doing? Did you try other scenes before that?
Yeah.
Like
I just came for the barbecue, really. No.
That's fair.
No, it was just the only thing open during the pandemic, and so I was like, it was all happening there, and it was like Joe Rogan just moved down there, so everyone just followed him, and because it was like at a point where it was like my mom was getting tired of me living at the house, and she was like, you need to start paying rent or like fucking like you need to get a job, because I was like, what? And I was like, what the fuck, Mom?
How old were you at this point?
Bro, I was like, this is after college. I was like 21, like 22, but Mom, the fuck, go make me some enchiladas. I'm trying to smoke weed and watch porn. She's like, okay, but pretty soon you gotta go. And I was just like, or she was like, okay, you have to get a job if you're gonna stay here. And I was like, well, I'll just leave. I'd rather leave than get a job.
Right.
So I just left. Is this what you wanted, Mom?
So you go immediately down to Austin, Texas. How does? Oh, go ahead.
What? No.
I thought there was more to it. Okay, so you
No,
came down. Okay. Hey, so you come down to Austin, Texas.
Duh. That was just me being stupid.
What is the timeline look like from you're in Austin to now you're a regular at the mothership?
Like I said, Chris Rock. No, Chris Rock found me again.
Like, hey, you're still doing it.
Oh, dude. No. I just did mics. I mean, it was like nothing was really like happening for the longest time. So it was just like mics and like shitty shows. Just every single mic, doing 3 mics a night. Just every single night for fucking 2 or 3 years. And actually, when the club opened, I wasn't even here. Or I was here, but they had auditions for the club and I missed them. I was out of town. Like, I took a really long road trip through Colorado and fucking Tennessee and like all the way back to North Carolina, and then it was like me and my ex-girlfriend at the time it was just like we were gonna go to Florida actually, just like fucking chill in Florida, and but then this woman was like, she offered us she was like, you could pet sit at my house for a month for free. We didn't have a house at the time in Austin, so we were just like, fine, let's do it. And I was like kind of reluctant. I was like, I don't really want to go back there. I kind of I'm over it, honestly. But she dragged me along, and I was like, I'm glad she did, because we got here and just got back into the scene. I had already kind of people knew me and everything, but the scene had changed a little bit. Started running this mic, and I was just kind of hanging out, doing comedy. And then I just did the mic one day, and then the booker happened to like me.
The mothership mic.
Yeah. And
can you explain the fucking insane lottery process really quick?
Of the mic, signing up for the mic?
Yeah. Not insane as because I mean, I get it. They do it the way they do it. But just the actual, what I think is insane about it is I signed up for it last time I came into town, and just the mob of fucking people.
Yeah, there's 200 people sign up. Crazy, huh? Crazy to say that number out loud. That's fucking wild. But yeah. It's just like you are assigned a number, and it's just a random number generator is how they do it.
Yeah.
Just random.
Yeah, so because I remember last time when I came, I don't know if it's changed or not, I doubt it, but is that your shit?
No, it's the neighbors apparently.
Oh shit. No, I just brought it in because I thought it was the homeowners. Anyway, so what happens is you go down to fucking... Hey, are you down to sign up for Mothership, by the way?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Going a little bit, right?
Yeah. So you go down to the Mothership at let's just round numbers, 5 p.m. And they have a guy sitting there, and they have a paper, you put your name on it, and then you fuck off for 45 minutes. And then this guy, one of the security guards, just comes out with a printed list of who's on the open mic and a piece of tape, and slaps it onto that metal guard or whatever, and gets
Schindler's
out of there.
List.
Gets out of there as fast as possible, and this mob of insane people just surround, and like it's funny. It's like the first like 2 rows of people are like looking for their name, then everyone behind them is there with their phones trying to take a picture of it so they can zoom in later.
Yeah, it's basically just whoever gets laid the most gets on. That's how I got on. But no, yeah, it's just completely random.
For a spot. I'll say it right now. I'll definitely suck for a spot. That's okay.
Hey, yeah, I'll let them know. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
it's
just
gag reflex.
Yes. All right. Yeah, it's good to know. It was just
so you get on
random. Yeah.
And
it wasn't as intense as it is now. Like it was always like the same amount of. I mean, I think more people are signing up now than before, but like it wasn't as intense as it's pretty intense now. It's like, but yeah, it's basically the same process.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got lucky and got on. I think at that point, like, people, like, everyone, like, it was, like, very, like, you could choose who gets on. So maybe someone, like, picked me to get on. I don't know. But I got on.
Well, as I was saying earlier, you had the opportunity. And regardless of not if you should have been there, you were there. And clearly you had all of your work that you've put in. Because at that point, you're, what, 4.5 years into it? 5 years into it?
Yeah, like 4.
Yeah, so all of the experience that you've had and all of the work you've put into it, now's the time to show it because you're at one of the biggest clubs in the country.
Here's the thing I'll say is I didn't even view it as that. I was just like, it was at a time where I was having so much fun doing comedy that I didn't care where I was. I was just like, I think I even did new jokes at the mic. Like I didn't even care where I was. I was just like, I just like doing this, and I'm just like I'm just trying new things. I'm just having fun. So it's like, I just did it. Like I did it, and I was riffing. Like I was just like, and honestly, when I did it, there was probably like 15 people in the audience. Like it was like, I went up third, and the 2 people before me bombed. So I was just like very like, whatever, like this might not even go well because like this is not even set up for me to like do well, you know? So I was just like, I just got up there and I was wearing slides and shorts. I like looked like I just came from the pool. I was just like, and I was just fucking around. Like I was doing my jokes, but I was also just like having fun. And I think he saw that. And I think he was just like, this guy seems cool. This guy's funny. Like I like this guy's style. And I'm not saying everyone should do that. You definitely should try. Definitely now, because it's like grown so much since then. And it's like there's so many good comics that you're competing with now. But I went up at a time where it's just like, it was just the comics in the scene. And like not that many people have moved. Like now everyone's moving here because Kill Tony and the Mothership's open. But like when the Mothership first opened, it was just the people who were already here. Like it wasn't even like, and like you didn't even know like about like now you know like you can get big here, you can get famous here because you've seen it with other people. But like this was at a time where it's just like that hasn't really happened to anyone yet. So it's just like there wasn't as much pressure, I don't think. And I was just like I said, just fucking around, and it worked. So
well, what I was gonna say too, though, is like, at least in my opinion, like a hallmark of a really good comedian is that they're up there, they're having fun, and they are loose, and it's like they're having a conversation with you as an audience member, but they just happen to be the funniest person in the room, and this is a one-sided conversation. It's like, like there's like a difference between, and I'm saying maybe that's like good or a bad thing, but like there's stand-ups where it's like they're giving a funny presentation, and then there's comedians that just they go up there and do it. You know what I mean? Where it's like everything's like joke. Whether it's one-liners or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Because even one-liner comedians can have that looseness, where it's just like they're just having that conversation with you. Like just my point in saying this is just that like you having that attitude probably set you apart, or clearly it did, but it set you apart from everybody else. We're like, oh well, this guy like he's a funny dude.
Yeah, probably, yeah. You know, it's like I think that is the goal of comedy, is just like to do your material, but have fun with it and be loose, like not too loose, but like just be funny. I mean, that's the most important thing. Just be funny, and it's like if you're used to saying your jokes, like I mean, it's happened to me all the time where you get into that stale mode of just like blah 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 blah. Here's my jokes. Here's the transcript. But like you got to remember to be in the moment, why you thought it was funny in the first place, and just reactivate that and like relive that. Just like this is funny what I'm saying, even though I've heard it a fucking million times, and just like
act like you're
say things in a different way. Yeah, like what you need to do is just totally be in the moment. Don't think about what joke you're saying next. Don't think about your set. Don't think about what's gonna happen, like what's gonna be the result of this. Be fully fucking present and say the joke, and I guarantee you'll have way more fun with it. Like, cause you're just like you can't not, like if you just say the joke, and if it's a funny joke, you're just living that, like you're living that joke instead of just saying it. You know, live it. You know, just like. That's what I try to be on stage right now, is just fully present. Like, because I know I can be funny in the moment. So it's like, as long as I can just be in the moment, that fear goes away. That like worry about like, how is this going to go goes away. And it's just pure funny, you know? And like that's where you want to be.
So how long into doing this did you realize
this is a recent thing? This is like, it takes a while to like get good at it, and like, cause you do have to practice and you do have to like really do it a lot. But now I'm at a place where it's like, it's almost effortless. Like when I'm fully in the present, it's almost effortless. So it's like, as long as I could just be in the present moment, I'll be fine. But it does take a while to get to that place, and I do have a lot to learn still, but like, that's where I'm at right now. Because if you truly are funny, and like the best comedians, their essence, it's not the jokes, like it's just their essence is just funny. Like you just think in a funny way, like you'll be fine. Like if you just activate that, and like, comedy is like, you only do it 10 minutes a day, but I've been telling people it's a full-time gig. It's like, just practice being funny all day. And then when you get to your set, it blends together. You're like, oh, I've just been doing this all day. Like I'll just keep doing this. Like, it's just like a lot of the real work comes from off stage. Like, most of it does. It's just like practice being in the present, practice being funny, thinking funny, and you'll be funny. Like there's like, you know, it's like if you've been funny all day, like you'll continue to be funny. I gotta piss though.
No, you're good.
Are we almost done?
Yeah, we've got about maybe 10 minutes left.
I can hold it.
So, well, that would be a really good place to end it. But I do have one more question for you. No, you're fucking smart, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's really good advice, and that's something that I have to remind myself of. Like, a good way to put that too. There's a really good comic that came out of New Mexico. He went to Arizona for a bit, but now he's in Houston. His name's Anthony A. And he would tell me this sometimes, where he was like, just be where your feet are. Like, be present in the moment.
Yeah.
Do your thing. And I think that's really good advice for people that are, I mean, I think that's a good life advice anyway for people that are doing stand-up especially. But so for you, 6 years into it, you're at the Mothership, you're doing regular sets not only there, but around town, you're going on the road. You are living the life of a comic 100% of the time. What does this look like 10 years in for you? Are you concerned with that at all? Or are you just like, I'm here now. I'm doing the best I can with what I have?
No, I mean, you can't predict the future. You can't worry about the future. That's just going to drive you crazy. The goal of life is just to be, and this is just life advice in general, is just be present in the moment and really have this whole fucking existence in the present like be your entire agenda, because that's all that matters. It's not the past or the future. It's just right now. Like, and it's not even like that big of a deal. It's just like, you don't have to be like, oh, in the present moment, like we gotta work hard, be serious right now. It's just like, no, just like
enjoy it.
Just vibe out, dude.
Enjoy it.
Just vibe.
Yeah. No, I think you're spot the fuck on, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's really good advice. Like I said, it's life advice, but like something like stand up and pursuing, and I talked a lot about independent art today, but like pursuing something that is totally dependent on you. You can't affect everything that happens in stand up, but what you have and your ability to do it, you can directly affect that, and you do directly affect that. So I think that's great advice. Before we get out of here, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, no worries.
Fucking good to see you again,
Anytime.
buddy.
You as well.
Where can everyone find you on like social media and all that stuff?
Yeah, Reilly GC, Reilly, on pretty much everything. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Check me out.
And you can regularly see this guy at the Mothership all the time here in Austin, Texas. Any road gigs coming up?
Yeah, I'm opening for Chris Rock. No, not really at the moment. I'll keep you guys updated. I would like to plan a road trip soon, but not at the moment.
Sick. Well, if any of that comes up, text me. I'll put it in the description.
Thanks, man.
Cool. Reilly, you're the shit, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for listening and watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you like what you've seen here, please share it with as many people as possible. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It really does help out the podcast. And if you're feeling extra generous, feel free to subscribe to our Patreon, which I have coming soon.